So what I experienced is that the partnership is all about love as brothers, and it's also about concern and friendship, because because it's very mysterious to know to understand such a distance between South Africa and Virginia is so distant, too distant. But one or the other, God has made this partnership to be possible, of which now, according to our human understanding, it's not possible, because and we cannot explain how and who came up with this partnership. But one or the other, as a group, as a mass, as all the Christians, most of the Christians, we are united in this, and in South Africa, we are also united in this. And more, we cannot say much about that. Man is the issue. It's actually it's a great need for us, and of which now we think it's very helpful, and so we're so thankful about that. And so we cannot do without finance, because now we need to, as a father, sometimes I need to take care of my family, even though I'm planting the church. Now this partnership is really covering me in that context. But further than that, it's not only about that. It's about brotherly love. It's about working together, and it's about fulfilling the word of God, to go to the whole world to preach the gospel. My church is New Life Baptist Church, and it's situated in the city in South Africa, the province Free State, and the city which is Bloemfontein. But in Bloemfontein, it's a squatter camp. It's outside. It's a little bit outside, outside Bloemfontein, and so the church has been started. It's been started 2004, and so I started the ministry with children, and so, but now God has worked, because it was a strategy for me, and of which I started with few children. I got them on the streets, but I taught them Bible stories, music, to praise God. But along the way, those children, they end up being my first church members. But later, now as I'm speaking now, those I started with, they are young people now. They are at the secondary level, and they are regular attendants at my church, and of which now God has blessed me with lots of children, which are over 100 now. And so the church is really doing well. And so I've strategized with children. And then the strategy for me to start the ministry with children, it was my strategy to use them for house to house, because I can use them to get into their houses, to evangelize to their parents, and of which that worked very effectively, and of which now I can say, though I never started with the older people, and now I've got the older people in my church, whom I can say I got them through the children. And so I'm so glad, because most of the people in the community, they never understood what I was doing in the beginning. But now that made all older people around the community to trust me for their children, and also not to trust me for their children, but also to trust me for the ministry. And within also the ministry, I've started the preschool. We call it crash in South Africa. I don't know, even in America, do you know the concept crash? And so, but if I say preschool, maybe you'll understand. We started the preschool, and then which was part of the strategy. And so, and then also the project is about It's about serving the community. And then it was that we needed all the parents when they went to work wherever they went, but they were supposed to be a place where they can leave their children, and that also we teach them to prepare them to go to school, and also to meet their spiritual needs. Not only to meet their spiritual needs, but also to meet their physical needs. And so, through God's help, we managed at least to have that preschool, which is running very well now. And what I can say also, we got another project. The project is about sewing. Now that project actually is a project which was just my idea, that we need to start that project because now the people within the community are not working, and so my church members are not working, and so they living with grants from the government. But if one or the other will have something like job creation, that will be very helpful for the people who are not working within the church. And but that was still just an idea, but the plan is we want the sponsorship about material, the machines, and all the materials to start that. But firstly, we thinking about first getting the site, the church site, of which hopefully we can get the site very quick, very soon, because they promised us that we might find the church site. But I think it's the people, because now the municipality is bringing service now to allocate people to their sites. Now they're starting to work out the informal settlement into a formal settlement. And so now after they finish with that project, they will give me the size, the church site. Then that will be the beginning of the idea to be implemented. But in the meantime, there's one man from Afrikaans Baptist Kerk, which is called, we call him Daniel. And because now of this idea, he initiated something like a handwork. And so now the parents who are bringing their children to my preschool, and they are part of the project. And they already made some blankets, which they've sold, and now the project, that project now is doing well now, because he is going on his handwork. They are doing that, and he also involved some people who are very skillful in this project, who are teaching these women to do handwork, the blankets, and they already produced lots of them. And so to me it was just an idea, but God made it to somebody to initiate that, and it's going on. But to have some materials, I hope we are waiting to have the site first. And I think the last project what I'm having is the adult education. So I've started an adult education, which is part of the ministry, which is our aim to serve the community. And I'm teaching the older people to read and write. And regardless of those people are my church members or are not my church members. But up to so far, the project is doing well. And so I've got something like over 20 now, the people whom I have taught. And some, they know they never had the educational background, but now they can read the Bibles. And it's very amazing. And so, and some even they know their ID numbers by heart. And I taught them also to use the ATMs. So as when they go to draw the money, and they won't be held by anyone. They know how to do that. And also to sign, to fill the forms and to sign their names. And I feel that project is doing very, very well. And so I've got all the pictures, and then I took the photos of all of them, and the project is doing very well. And in general, the ministry is going well. The partnership we're having with Virginia Association, I was firstly want to send my appreciation, and so I want to say thanks to God for the Virginia for this partnership because it's been so helpful to me, more especially on my financial needs. So I wish this partnership may not stop, may always go on. I know that the finances may always not be there, but whenever they are there, they are very helpful. But we hope also the partnership is just helping us to go on our strength in a ministry, that one day we'll go by ourselves. But when we are still the beginners, starting the ministry from the scratch, we need this partnership, and to give us strength to help us, and even to send the people with skills, more special about the youth ministries, the children's ministries, men's ministries, and women's ministries in all departments. And so whenever there's people with skills and with can come and visit us, and to have some training, and so that the training should serve as a purpose, not just to be a training, but to help us do our work, the work of the ministry by ourselves. And in future, we might end up being a church which can stand by itself, the church which in future may be able to help other church planters as well. Not only to be receivers, but one day in future want to have a very strong church, very big church, that we will also think of the other church planters who are starting the church, and so that we may help others as well. Not only to say that the partnership should always, so we don't want to be a baby fetus every time, but this partnership is very important. And so we say thanks about the partnership, and let this partnership go on. And so we are so impressive about this.